All right, Dynamite leaving the cage, getting him locked in.
Fight number 2 going now.
Here we go.
145 pounds. Like the swagger from Pate early, moving his head left to right.
Nice. He wanted to be on the ground, but I don't think he wanted to get there that way.
Looked like Donald Wilkison jumped a guillotine, and that's the risk you run when you jump to position, is sometimes if you don't get the submission, you end up out of position.
Jordan looking really active on his back.
Nice pass by Jordan Pate into the half guard. Looks like he's doing a good job of keeping forward pressure. You see how he's got Donald's back flat on the mat. I like that from a guard pass. Nice posture, good punch.
Donald seems very active, but he's having an issue. There he is.
Sweeps to the top, back to his feet, head kick.
Ooh,
oh,
nice striking.
Wow.
Looks like he
Goes
has
back to the guillotine. He's got his hands together. Got to be careful here if you're Pate. Got to fight the hands. He's doing the right thing. Finds his way out. Donald Wilkison doing a good job with that combination. He's starting his volley with a head kick, which I find interesting. Knees to the body from inside the clinch.
Absolutely. He's got good pressure against the fence, but it's not really slowing him down as far as being active on with his back to it. He's keeping that head locked up. I think he's going to go for it again.
Got to think this young man's got a good guillotine because he keeps on ending up in this position, and Pate has to do his due diligence not to get sucked into it, because sometimes as we escape a guillotine again and again, we'll kind of lull ourselves into a false sense of security. Donald's got a good guillotine.
You can see him trying to fight in. He don't want to do the guillotine with the arm in. He wants to fight through, and Pate's with a lot of shoulder pressure, not letting him.
It's kind of what we expect from these BV MMA guys. They typically have a wrestling background, wrestling base, and they use great pressure. So let's see how things play out here. Ooh,
there we go.
Hammer fist to the kidney.
He's working his way up the body.
I've got to say though, Jordan Pate doing a good job of keeping a lot of pressure on Donald Wilkison. He's got so much pressure on him. Wilkinson's almost not even on his feet. He's pegged into the cage.
Absolutely. You see all his activities right there on the ball of his feet, on his toes, driving in. I mean, you can even see the fence bending out as he's driving.
A lot of people think that in this position it wouldn't be very taxing. Doesn't look like they're doing much, but I can tell you from being in there, there's nothing more taxing than this grappling right here. Nice move by Pate to take the back and ends up on top. Strange, looked kind of like a reverse headlock.
It's neat, especially when he landed. He wasn't able to turn into him. He had a good control of the opposite elbow. Mount position, dropping some strikes.
These are hard punches. Great scrap between these two. That's a very active first round. I got to think that Jordan Pate won the first round because he ended on top there. But other than that, a lot of back and forth action. And Donald Wilkison had some great moments with some head kicks and some flurries.
Absolutely. I was mostly impressed by just the way that he ran that entire round. I mean, even when the guy wanted to jump guard, he was the one that actually took him down for it. He's the one who played the fence game. He's the one who took it to the ground at the end of the round.
Excellent action between these two guys, and like we've talked about before, it's crazy to see the type of talent you see, especially when you look at these guys' records. You wouldn't expect this level of competition, but here they are. They're doing a great job.
Absolutely not. You know, one thing a lot of these guys don't understand, I'll bring up probably a lot tonight, is, man, amateur conditioning has come a long way. I mean, I remember when I was coming up, these guys would come in to the side of the cage and fall down, and that was it. Like, you had one round and nothing else.
Yeah, the game has changed, and, you know, Bubba Bush and Jordan Pate's corner, you know, Thomas Webb has Donald Wilkison trained up well. So these guys know what to expect coming in here. You know those guys are running good rooms. You know they're running great practices.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, look at them. They're coming out here now. They didn't have to put the mouthpiece in or find it. They've got good level breathing. This will be a good round two. Touch gloves, here we go.
Looks for a Superman punch and ends up getting his back taken in the process, but now he's got double underhooks against the fence. Yeah, I think it's something for us to note. These guys, they'll come out hard in that first round. Let's count how many times throughout the night these amateurs come out and fire hard in the first round, and then it slows down drastically in the second round. I think that's something these guys are still figuring out, and that's why they're at the start of the card right now.
Hey, but it's all great experience. I mean, this is where you build upon that career, and you go back, you learn to listen to there's that guillotine.
I'm telling you, as the fight wears on, Pate's got to be more careful. He has to be more mindful. What tends to happen is after you've shaken a couple of these guillotines off, you're a little more lackluster and you let things go, and then you get snatched up by it. So something to keep an eye on. Donald Wilkison obviously has a bear trap of a guillotine.
He seems to be gunning for it, and once he has his head snapped down, he was able to land some pretty effective knees.
Nice knees from inside the clinch. This is high-level action from these guys.
That's it. Great kicks. Back and forth action. Really, really even talent here.
Great matchmaking by James Georgetown. He always does a good job. Ooh-wee! Caught a straight left there right to the chin.
There's Donald defending that guillotine better that time.
Jordan Pate finding the back.
Slowing the game down.
Not a bad move. I mean, the pace of this fight has been furious.
Hey, there's no need to rush it. He's getting that hook. He wants to climb on the back. I wonder if he's going to do it slow or just jump for it. Man, very smooth.
Ends up on the back. You can tell by the way that Jordan Pate does things. He's a methodical grappler. He can move through positions the way they're supposed to be moved through. Now he finds his way to the back, and this is a bad spot for Donald Wilkison. 50 seconds left in the round. Both hooks in. Looks like he's got his hands connected. A little bit short, but he's making that choke tighter and tighter. This looks tight. The deciding factor is whether it's on his chin or it's on his neck.
He's got his hip right up under his thighs there, really arching that back. I mean, even if he's not in the throat, under that chin, that can be really painful. And knowing you have to deal with that for 30 seconds.
Flattened all the way out. Yeah, we're 25 seconds left.
This is
Jordan Pate, submission victory, first round. And he's pumped.
Very well done.
Hey, little acrobatics for you. Nice work.
Definitely earned that.
Nice work by Donald Wilkison as well. He did a great job. But Jordan Pate's night earns his first win of his amateur career. Gotta think this kid's got a bright future. He looks young and talented and well built.
Dude, 145, looking sharp, looking conditioned. I mean, that's one thing I'll say again is amateur weight cutting. Keeping these guys on top and doing this the right way. I wish I had those kind of veterans in my corner when I was starting. I mean, I was, just in a sauna killing myself with a credit card, wiping the sweat off me. It's just terrible.
That's how we all did.
At 2 minutes 39 seconds in round number 2, declaring your winner, Jordan Pate.
Congratulations, Jordan Pate. Second round submission victory, rear naked choke. Nice stuff.
Yeah, I have to say another thing that's come a long way are these the refs and judges. Basil in there, he's been doing jiu-jitsu for a good, I'd say at least 9 or 10 years now. I want to say he's a brown belt, so he knows what he's seeing out there. And if the guys are in danger on the amateur level, so far I've backed up and trusted all his decisions he's made, which is hard to do sometimes.
Agreed. Louisiana Boxing Commission not doing a bad job training the refs up.